You're real. You're really here. I've heard stories. I've read the ancient texts. I never thought I'd actually see you. Not after everything. Not after what I've done. I didn't think I deserved this. Not anymore.
Yes, I am real, Luke. As real as the force that binds us. As real as your grief. I've come because the force called me. Because in this moment, when you feel furthest from the light, it still reaches for you. You must understand. I have waited a long time to speak to you. Not just as a Jedi of old, but as someone who once believed in the impossible and watched it slip away.
I've heard enough ghosts, Qui-Gon. Too many. Yoda came to me. Obi-Wan, too. Even my father, after he died. They all told me the same thing. Rebuild. Restore what was lost. Carry the light forward. I tried, Master Jin. I truly did. I gave everything I had to that hope. And I still lost him.
I know the weight you carry. I've seen its echo in generations before you. The burden of legacy, of a name, of hope, placed too early on shoulders still growing. The galaxy has done this to you, Luke, just as it did to others before you. They asked you to become a symbol, when what you needed most was time to become a person.
You didn't see it. You weren't there. You didn't feel the way the light shattered when Ben turned. I trained him. I believed in him. He was our future. He had so much strength. Too much, maybe. And when he fell, it wasn't just the temple that burned. It was me. Everything I stood for. Everything I believed I could protect. It all crumbled.
You are not alone in your failure. I too believed I could save a soul that was slipping through my fingers. I believed in your father when no one else did. And though he fell, though he became something twisted and terrible, my faith in him never truly died. That faith may not have saved him then, but it helped light the way for what came after. You, Luke. You were that light.
Yes. I blame myself. I should have seen it coming. I should have stopped it. I should have reached him before the darkness did. But I was blind. I thought I could save him just by being right. By being a Skywalker. That was arrogance. And the cost was everything.
Ben's fall is not the end of your story. It is not the final chapter of your legacy. You see it as proof that you were wrong. But sometimes, even the greatest teachers cannot protect their students from the choices they must make. We are not here to mold their paths with our hands, only to walk beside them until they can find their own footing.
I don't know what else I could have done. Maybe I was never meant to rebuild the Jedi. Maybe I was supposed to walk away. Let the old ways die with me. Let the Force choose someone new. Someone better.
You say you failed him. Perhaps you did. But love without failure is not love. It is control. What you gave Ben was belief. What he chose with it, that was his own burden. You cannot carry the guilt for what he became without also honoring the love that once passed between you. That too is part of the truth.
I tried to carry on. I did. But the Jedi, what they were, what they thought they were, it was broken. The war broke them. The fear broke them. And maybe I inherited all of that. I took on a legacy that was already too heavy, too fragile.
The Force does not judge you for Ben's actions, Luke. It weeps with you. It mourns him, as it once mourned your father. But even in grief, it offers a path forward. That is why I am here. Not to tell you that you were wrong, but to remind you that you are not finished. The light is not through with you yet.
Ben deserved more than I gave him. He needed guidance, not judgment. He needed trust, not pressure. I see that now, but it's too late to fix it. He's gone, and every time I close my eyes, I see his face. Not as Kylo Ren, but as a boy, laughing, asking me about the Force, hungry to understand. I see the child I failed to protect.
You speak of Rey with fear. I understand. The fear of seeing the same story repeat itself. But listen to me closely, Luke. Rey is not Ben. She is not you. She is not us. She is herself. She does not need your perfection. She needs your guidance. She needs your faith. Not in the Jedi Order as it once was, but in the Jedi as it might be, through her.
There's still a part of him in there. I know it. But I also know the damage he's done. The people he's hurt. I don't know if that kind of pain can be undone. I don't know if that kind of fall has a way back.
The Jedi Order fell, not just because of the Sith, but because we forgot how to listen. We clung to rules, to dogma, and ignored the very voices the Force was trying to raise up. Rey may break old traditions. She may question you, challenge you, but in that, she will save what the Jedi once stood for. Not by becoming us, but by becoming more.
And Rey, she's not ready. She's powerful, yes. Brighter in the Force than anyone I've ever seen. But she doesn't understand what it costs. What the darkness takes. I don't want her to carry this weight. I don't want her to make the mistakes I made.
There is fear in your heart, Luke. I feel it as clearly as the wind. But fear does not mean failure. You forget. Even Master Yoda feared the dark. Even Obi-Wan doubted Anakin. I carried the weight of knowing I would never see what would become of my student. I feared I had left him unready. But you must remember, fear is not the end. It is the beginning of choice.
But I don't know how to guide her. Not anymore. I don't trust myself. Not after Ben. Not after the temple. Every time I try to speak, I hear the silence of those who didn't survive. I see the fire, the ruin. I don't want to bring that on her.
Ben still lives. And where there is life, there's a chance for return. He carries pain, yes. But within pain lies the path to truth. And no one is ever beyond the light. Not truly. Not your father. Not Ben. Not even you.
So what am I supposed to do? Just stand by? Watch the galaxy tear itself apart again? Hope that she figures it out on her own? She's strong, yes. But she's alone. And I swore I would never let that happen again.
Let Rey forge her own path. Let her rise from your teachings, and then let her outgrow them. That is what students are meant to do. And if she stumbles, do not hide from her. Walk beside her. She does not need a legend, Luke. She needs you.
But she's not my burden, is she? She's my hope. I see it now. That spark I once carried. She holds it. Maybe brighter. Maybe clearer. I need to believe in her. The way others believed in me.
The galaxy is not asking you to save it again, only to help those who will. That is what we are now. Voices on the wind. Echoes of the past offering a hand to the future. That is enough. You are enough.
Do you really think she can do what I couldn't? That she can succeed where I failed? That she can heal what I shattered?
You wonder if Rey can succeed where you failed. The answer is not found in your guilt. It's found in your hope. If you believe in her, not as your heir, not as a Skywalker, but as herself, then yes, she can, and she will.
Then maybe I haven't reached the end of my story after all. Maybe I've just been standing at the wrong chapter, waiting to turn the page.
This moment is not your ending. It is your reckoning. You can stay here, broken by your fear, or you can rise, not to be the Jedi of old, but to become what the Jedi were always meant to be.
Thank you, Master Qui-Gon. I needed to hear that. I don't know what comes next, but maybe I'm ready to face it.
I believe in you, Luke. I never stopped, and I believe in her. As you once believed in your father, now it's your